So this dish is famous all around the world and is quintessentially Chinese. What is that, Mum?
Oh, got to be Char Siu
Yeah,
or Char Siu or known as Chinese roast pork.
God. Out of over like 3,000 votes, I think it was, this was voted the #1 recipe that you guys wanted to see on our community feed. So thank you very much for everyone who voted for this.
Thumbs up for you.
If you want to learn how to cook Chinese food, that's what we do on this channel. Me and Mum are both professional chefs. I'm a 5th generation Chinese chef. Mum is obviously 4th. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Also, commenting and hitting the like button helps us loads. It's absolutely free and costs you nothing, and it really does help get our videos out there. So thank you very much in advance for that. We'll get on with the recipe, won't we, Ma?
Yes.
So this recipe isn't one that's in our cookbooks at all. This is literally what me and Mum would make if we were at home rather than the takeaway versions that we've shown you so far. For this, we are gonna need a good blender. This is actually technically a coffee blender. Coffee bean blender? Coffee bean grinder. So I'll put the link for this below if you'd like to purchase it, as well as the link to the recipe. So we're gonna need a large bit of star anise, and that's just gonna go straight in. A small little piece of Chinese, what's it called now?
Licorice.
So that's it, Chinese licorice. It's different from normal licorice, it's not as pungent, so that goes in. Again, you don't want to overuse this because it is strong. And then we've got a load of fennel seeds. I'm just gonna whack the lid on this and blend it. Just gonna see how fine that is. You want it pretty fine. It's gonna need longer.
Yeah, that's the best we can get.
So that's as fine as you're going to need it. But remember, you've got to have to scrape that out as well because that's lovely powder there. That's really fine, that stuff. So we've got some pork belly here. It's pre-cut for us and it's got no skin on. Normally char siu is going to be made with pork neck or pork collar, sometimes called neck shoulder. It's the cut that's normally used for pulled pork. That's the one that Chinese restaurants and takeaways are going to be using, but we're using belly pork today just because it's tasty. So to this, we're going to add our powder. Like I said before, you really want to scrape this stuff out.
All the goodness go in.
Yeah, and get the stuff around the edges as well. All that in that goes. Then I'm going to dump a shed load of sugar into this. Now the dark sugar is better, has a nice deeper flavour. Muscovado. You guys know I can't say it. No matter how much you spell it out to me, I'm never going to be able to say it properly. But that sugar.
Muscador, isn't it?
No, it's not Muscador. Definitely not Muscador. I mean, it could be, but I'm pretty sure it's not. We've got hoisin here. We've got red bean curd. Now, I'm not going to use all this. Loads of recipes just dump it in, and it's a bit too overpowering because the flavour is really strong. You want to use it sparingly. Ooh, I'll take a bit out, not too much. Obviously, if you like that strong red bean paste, then add lots more in it. But to me, it is a bit too much in most of the recipes I've seen people do on the line. But like I said, if that's what you like, by all means, do that, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Got some sand ginger, not the same as normal ginger, and it's not galangal either, it's galanga. It's no L at the end. It's the same family as galangal. It's also known as aromatic ginger. You can't swap them out, they're not the same as galangal powder or normal ginger powder. If you can't get the sand ginger or you want to know where you can get it, comment below and I'll tell you. You can sub this out for white pepper, just use way less because white pepper is really strong. Now we've got 13 spice. This is like 5 spice, except more aromatic. Like, I say aromatic, less cinnamony.
Yeah.
5 spice has a lot of cinnamon and this has way less. It's much nicer for roasting.
Yeah, it's a lot more subtle.
Yeah, way more subtle, but weirdly more flavour.
Yeah, subtle and flavoursome.
Yeah, subtle flavoursome. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, in that goes.
In this sense, spice doesn't mean hot, okay? Spice means aroma.
Aromatic.
Yes.
Aroma. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it works. Gonna hit it with some salt. Obviously, MSG because it's fantastic stuff. Lots of places will use oyster sauce instead of the MSG. But if you're using MSG, you don't need to use the oyster sauce, and you get a much richer flavour from it because it's the pure unami, which they're trying to replicate using the oyster sauce. But if you want to use oyster sauce, you can. You don't need it if you're using the MSG. A small glug of Chinese rice wine, not rice wine vinegar. And this is what's going to make a lot of difference. This is smoked whiskey. Now, Char Siu should technically be roasted over a fire, so it has a charred flavour. That should technically, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's not every household have a special.
Well, not every household has an open fire to, yeah.
Real wood. What do you call it?
Burner?
Wood? Yeah.
Yeah. So like in the summer, if you're going to make this, make it on the barbecue and it will be fantastic.
Yes.
But because we don't have that barbecue inside, we're going to be using this smoked whiskey, or peaty whiskey, I should say. So that's just going to go in. So we're going to mix it up. Also, side note, Char Siu was originally called Char Siu,
Chuan.
which means
like skewer.
Skewer.
Yeah.
Because Char Siu is like means to roast on a, what's the word?
Open fire.
Open fire. No, fork,
With
isn't
the
it?
charcoal. Yeah.
On a fork.
Yeah.
But they used to skew it before, and it wasn't until sort of like, I think 1,200 years ago where it changed from Char Siu to on the fork.
Char, yeah.
Just a little bit of knowledge there.
Yeah.
Thought you might like that. Anyway, you really want to mix this all in well. And the reason we're using lots of sugar is because we want to almost candy that meat. Really get that sugar into, get that sweetness into the meat itself.
It's tasty.
Yeah, really
You
tasty.
could smell that.
The
smell the
smokiness.
aroma now. Yes.
I'm going to work that. That's nice and done.
Yep. Just let it rest.
Yeah, so you want to let this rest for at least 5 hours. Overnight, even better, because those flavours will penetrate deep into the meat. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to sit this aside and we'll be back. Well, actually, we're going to cook this straight away because we don't have the time to let this sit overnight because we've got to go work tomorrow and we can't do it later on, if you know what I mean, because we're filming other videos as well. So, unfortunately, we're not going to allow this to sit because we can't.
So we get on with that.
Yeah, so we're going to just roast it now.
Yes.
Very, very easy.
Definitely.
So we have a rack here and an oven tray. We've preheated the oven to 180 degrees and we're just going to set a bit of tin foil in the base.
Yep.
This just stops the...
Stop it sticking. It's very difficult to wash after the bake.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it when you use a tray for baking.
Exactly, and we're just going to put some water in here. And what this does, it stops the sweet sauce from dripping on the bottom and burning and making your house smell like burnt sugar. It also catches all those juices and makes a lovely sauce. I mean, you don't have to eat the sauce, but it's just there.
Yeah, I would use it.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, put it over your...
rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to lay the pork on top.
Do you know what I forgot? And I'm going to add it in now. Food colouring. I'm adding quite a bit of food colouring here because we want it bright red. So this is completely optional. Back in the day, they used to use red rice yeast to ground it up and make it bright red. But we nowadays just use food colouring, so we're going to put that in. Now we're just going to place this onto the tray. You don't need to do anything with the rack whatsoever. Just place it straight onto it. Onto it. That was a weird way to say it. You want to keep this left over because we're going to brush the meat in it later on. Right, so I forgot to, what you're going to see is me putting all the stuff in over the top, but I actually forgot to press record on this one. All I did to this leftover marinade is add some honey, more colouring, and some more of that peaty whiskey, and I mix it up, and that's what we're going to use to coat the meat with. We're now going to place these into the oven and cook them for about 20 minutes, yeah, Emma?
20 minutes, yeah.
And then what we're going to do?
Pull it out and turn it over for another 20 minutes.
Yes, and then we're going to, after 20 minutes, we're going to take them out, glaze them in the sauce, put them in for 10 minutes, turn them over, glaze them again, and then they should be done.
Yes.
So this is all done now. I'm going to let it cool down. One of the most important things about eating Char Siu is it has to be sort of cooled to room temperature.
temperature.
Yeah, thank you, Ma. If you haven't done that, I'm just checking, yeah, okay, you've got your mic on. If you haven't done that, like the flavours don't, what's the word? Mellow.
Yeah,
Not mellow.
that's what.
Come out?
Yeah,
Appear?
you need to let it rest.
Yeah. And also, when you try and cut it when it's warm, it tends to want to rip to pieces.
Yeah.
So when we cut it when it's cool as well. And we're just going to count this out. Skim off any fat.
If you like, you can leave it on.
Yeah, there is a lot of fat there.
Yeah.
You just want to take the majority off. You don't need to take it all off. You can leave your hat on. Dun, 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 dun. Do you remember that movie, Mel?
Yeah, who sang that song?
I don't know, but it was from the Full Monty.
Oh yeah, yes.
I'm sure that song existed before that, but I don't know. That'll do. And this sauce goes really nice on rice, like just some steamed rice.
Yeah.
Drizzle it over the char siu. So now the char siu has cooled down. We're going to cut it up, Ma.
Yeah.
So you're just going to take a little piece, and Mum's going to cut it at an angle, and this, as always, gets like a bigger slice.
Wow.
Yeah, my mouth's watering.
Feel it.
Lovely. That's just boiled rice there, by the way. Buy a rice cooker. So much more simple than doing it in a pan, trust me. No Chinese person is cooking rice in a pan. Yep. Then we're just going to dress it with some of the sauce that we had from the tray. It's quite pungent, so you don't need too much of it. Pungent is the wrong word. Pungent makes it sound bad.
Strong.
Strong, thank you. So, here we go. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, char siu is just one of those things, isn't it? Like I said, if you're going to do this with pork collar, it's exactly the same process. Personally, I actually prefer it with the pork collar. Mum prefers belly pork or pork belly, however you want to say it. So that's what we've done today.
Yeah, belly pork.
Yeah. Ma?
Yeah, digging in. Sauce is good.
But that is restaurant quality compared to the recipes we've shown you before. Takeaway recipes are very different from restaurant. This is just next level. Isn't that right, Ma?
It is. It is incredible. Tasty. Ah.
There is a difference, quite a lot of difference in flavour between belly pork and a shoulder. Obviously, this is heavily fatty. The trick is when you are cooking with belly pork belly, is to make sure you render that fat out, which the oven does very, very easily.
Yes. And the fat is tender.
That barbecue sauce. Oh, it's just so good. Anything I would add to this would be chili.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Thank you for following our recipe, and hit the like button, comments.
Yeah, it costs absolutely nothing to do and it helps us out loads, especially hitting the like button and commenting. If you can, share this video as well, because that really does help our analytics out. So massive thank you for anyone who does those kind of things for us. You guys are the real stars here. Well, technically Mum is.
No.
No!
You lots are.
Yeah, you are the stars.
Yeah.
We're just the, well, I'm the idiot who cooks with his mum.
No, don't be like that. You're not idiot. No one is idiot here. We're all superstar.
There we go. For all the trolls out there who call me an idiot, Mum says I'm not, so. Anyway, try this at home. Genuinely awesome. You won't regret it. Yeah, Ma?
Like summer, you can take it outside and do it in your grill.
If it's on a barbecue, it's
Yeah.
way like 1,000 times better.
Yes.
Like genuinely.
Or you can do it then finish it off on the grill. On your barbecue top.
If you are going to be barbecuing it, you don't need to use the PT whiskey. Just use more Char Siu rice wine rather than the PT whiskey, because we've only added it to this to give it that smoky flavour, but like a legitimately smoky flavour, not like a fake smoke flavour like that liquid smoke that people add to things. To me, that has almost the taste of the smell of burnt rubber, or like electrical fires. That's what it tastes like to me. Anyway, that's by the by. We're going to finish eating this.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep. Thank you.
And Mum?
Happy cooking, happy eating.
There we go.